Swear to God, I haven't heard that song since I had Windows XP.
This is not what you want?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't know where it's coming from. Yes.
To be honest, I mean, I love classic music too, but...
It's probably go for something. Sorry, yeah.
Speaking out.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry, I'm a big... It's okay. You know what to do?
Yes.
Alright. I mean, I love a good Beethoven, but... No, we're talking about cats.
Alright, basically, when you're in these nightmares, you basically chose to make decisions, and if you make a bad decision, you're well, yes, you'll see. I'll explain it as it goes.
Oh, right, okay. Life depends on your meaning of life, I suppose. Does life begin or end at marriage?
So his
I think
choice
you live
is
most of your life before you get married, and then you decide to settle down, as they say, and almost, you know, just that's the rest of your life, pretty much. I don't know. I'm a student, so it ends. Which one? Oh no.
That's your choice. Well, I guess everybody's different.
Who are you? Are you doing all this?
No, I merely watch over the ship. Someone else brought you here. Someone in the real world wanted you to be dropped here and wanted you to die. It's something you know. If you want the truth, you'll have to survive.
well, basically that's a choice. He chose the wrong choice. That on the bottom was his sanctity level or whatever. His sanctity level. So if he chose the bad choice, his sanctity levels goes down, and which pinpoints the ending you're gonna get later on in the game, which is it either a bad ending or one of the good endings. And there's multiple different endings in this game. There's like 8 different endings, based on how you talk to either Catherine, the good Catherine or the bad Catherine, and the decisions you make during your dreams. So, and all that takes into account with the ending you're gonna get. So, and every single dream has sort of like puzzle game, which is like very tedious, and you have to learn basically by trial and error. So as soon as you get up and
Wait, give me a second. I want to write down what's in.
sure.
Andrew, you have to follow, okay? You can't stop the people that are speaking. It's very rude. You can continue.
That's the karma meter. Sorry, the sanctity level is his karma meter. So, if you make the bad decisions and you send either or Catherine like good sex or bad sex, that affects your karma meter. And if karma meter is really high, sorry. Your question?
You can continue. No, I just want to ask, how difficult is the game exactly?
Depending on difficulty level you set it at, but the puzzles in the game are kind of tedious. So I mean, even though you put it on easy, it still might be trial. It's trial and error basically. But as you learn how to do the puzzles, you'll know it by heart. As like once you continue to do it over and over and over again. If you're interested, I do have a clip of someone doing the puzzle. I'll just do it really fast. There it is.
Unfortunately, Jonathan, we're running out of time, so...
Yeah, alright, this is sunset.
I'm just letting you know where you want.
Is this?
What is this place? If you've seen this place once, it's all over. We'll keep coming back every night. Every night? You're kidding me. We all have the same fate here. If you don't want to die, you've got to climb.
Also, you can also pick 2 players. Yeah. throw very tedious obstacles at you, which is like kind of annoying after a while, but you get used to it once you get it.
Oh, one more question. How long is the game exactly? Like
The game is kind of like if you're good at it, it'll probably take you 5 to 6 hours to beat it. It's really quick. It's a really fast game. 5 to 6 hours straight. If you want to stop, if you're really good at it, maybe 5 to 6 hours. Because there's 9 different levels. Basically, this game is like based on Dante's Inferno. It's like that game. It's like the different levels of hell to heaven, hell and heaven. So there's different levels. So if you're in level 1, they're like in hell basically. But he has to work his way to the top to get out of the nightmares that he's getting. So once he's out of the nightmares, he's free from that Catherine. But still, at the end, once you get out, if your karma meter is low, then you'll be like you'll still be on that Catherine side, the evil Catherine side, even though you reach that. You're out of all the nightmares. And yeah, it's basically like and with the cutscenes, in between the gameplay, there's a whole bunch of cutscenes where his friends are trying to help him out, trying to help him figure out which Catherine does he really want to be with. But when he's sending either or Catherine text messages, either good, like you can send the evil Catherine good text messages, which will like affect your karma meter and stuff like that. But that's about it.
That's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan. How do you spell your last name?
Cernio, Cerneo.
Can I before you would like 1-2 sentences though, maybe just briefly address what you learned about the importance of cutscenes and how they relate, and not to put you on the spot. That's not something you're prepared to talk about. That's okay with you. So.
I kind of got really off topic. I just went to play gameplay and stuff.
It's okay. All right.
But all in all, cutscenes really do affect the storyline of the game and how you play the game and how you learn from the game. Because cutscenes, you see how characters will develop through the dialogue, and even there's some games back in the day, like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, without dialogue, and you have to like mostly interpret by facial expressions. So and like the actions that the characters do in the cutscenes. So you just have to take all that to account when you're playing games with dialogue or without dialogue. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This Tumblr is actually this one for the class. It's called Choices Be Naked Games.
What's the other Tumblr? Let me go back.
That's our Tumblr.
Maybe I'll talk about that.
We gotta move on, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kimmy is next. If you have additional questions of Jonathan, just write them down. We might have time at the end for more questions.
Hi guys, my name is Kimberly Sarmiento, but as my nickname is Kimmy. When I went into the class, I stared at the class and was like, okay, there's a lot of guys in here, but there's not enough girls. So, there's only 4 girls. Anyway, when I did my research paper, I did it on gender role in video games. Now, for all my ladies out there, how many of you play video games?
Oh, she said lady.
Hey, only a real man can call himself a lady.
So, when you're playing a video game, do you think that there should be more women in the game? Like as a main character?
Yes.
Yes. Well, back then, I have a video here. I have an old video. It's from 1982, the first 1981. It's called Donkey Kong. It's basically a game where you play as a guy named Jumpman, and you save the damsel in distress. In this case, I forgot what her name was. The graphics is a little off because back in 1980, the graphics weren't as great. So basically, the object of this game, you play as a guy named Jumpman, and you're trying to follow these obstacles to get away to save the princess from the monkey Donkey Kong.
Isn't that Mario? I think
It was originally his name was Jumpman. They didn't create the name Mario until later on in the year. So that's what you're thinking. But basically, this showed that women back then were always known as the damsel in distress. So, and it wasn't until later on when I found like these other games. For example, one of my favorites that I wish to play is a game called Lollipop Chainsaw. Now you're thinking, Lollipop Chainsaw? Does it have to do with like pretty ponies and unicorns? It's actually, you're playing a girl character, but her name is, I'm sorry.
It's okay, take your time. You're doing great.
Okay. You play a girl named cheerleader named Juliet, and you try to meet up with your boyfriend Nick, who happened to get bitten by a zombie. So this is a trailer for Lollipop Chainsaw, and might warn you, it's a little gory. So
Yes.
You know how some girls have vampires for boyfriends? I got a decapitated head for a boyfriend. How totally awesome is that? His name's Nick. He wasn't always just a head. He used to have a super hot bod. But then a zombie bit him.
Listen, I wanted you to know. I kind of sort of, I fucking love you.
So, I had to do a little emergency surgery. I love you too, baby!
Julia, what the fuck?
Oh, damn.
If I didn't chop off your head, the venom would have totally seeped into your brain and turned you into a zombie.
How am I still talking without a fucking thorax?
Because I love you so.
oh, sorry. Like you can basically get the gist of it, even though it's a little odd that a girl would be represented as that, you know. It not only showed that women aren't like, you know, these girls that sit there and drink tea. They're actually girls that can actually like fight.
Much.
Whoa, sexy.
He's super smart and funny, and he's not a perv like most guys. Do you want to have babies someday, Nick?
I think that's rather irrelevant, considering my situation.
But first, me and Nick are gonna get majorly aggro on these zombie douchebags.
Kill them all! Yeah! And up you go, babe. Awesome!
In this game, you basically use the boyfriend's head as for attacks. So whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was you could play this on the you could play it on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So another one that most recently came out is, where is it? There's another one. It's called Bayonetta. But I have not played this game either. But I heard it was really good.